This video was filmed from a live canine audience. I'm so stupid. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. All right, so as you can hear, Bo is once again on one of his benders. Okay, I wanted to see if my mic was on. How is my audio sounding? Like, I feel like it sounds better, but sometimes quieter, but I'm working on it. All right, so the reason we're here today, guys, 2019 was all about like, I'm not buying shit. But I needed something, and I said, if I needed something, I'm gonna buy something. So, what I have done is, I went to Ulta. Okay, I didn't go to Ulta because we all know I hate to leave my house. So I ordered some stuff online. And it's not some stuff, it's one particular item. I needed a new concealer. So here's the thing, I needed a new concealer and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try some different concealers. I don't wanna get stuck in a rut where I'm using the same product all the time, because eventually if you run into situations where you might need something different, you don't have it. So he's up here, he likes boxes. So I ordered 5 different concealers, and I believe, I'm pretty positive, they're all under $10. They are. So, it's an affordable concealer haul. This is a big ass box for what I ordered, but we're gonna persevere. So I have in my hot little hands, oh my god, 5 different concealers from, I believe, 5 different brands. I'm pretty sure they're all from 5 different brands. So the first that I have, and I chose this one because, no, you can't have that. I chose this one because Nady over at the Poplux is always talking about NYX's Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And I feel like I may have gotten that too, but I don't know. But he's always talking about it, so I thought I'd try the Born to Glow concealer. He's all hyped up because I was gone for a little bit. And this is that. This is the NYX Born to Glow. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, also he talks about this one. Nady also got me to try this one, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. What? Next up, we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Great. Boop. All right. Then we have one from JCat, which is the Stay Assurance Water Sealed Zero Smudge Concealer. Whoa, baby boy, that's a fat little piece there. And I'll have the prices floating. And finally, I have the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It lasts 12 hours. All right, so a big reason I wanted to go ahead and try several different kinds is because I have realized that on more occasions than not, I feel like I got something in my eye. I have realized that on more occasions than not, I've run into situations where there's something or a product that I really, really liked and I never got a backup. And so it just became like the bane of my existence to find that backup, and I just started getting angry. I still get mad about Pure Cosmetics because they got rid of this lip gloss that I loved, and I've never been able to duplicate it ever since, and I still kind of hate them for it. But if I feel like if I had known that they were going to do that and I had been searching for an alternative earlier, then it would have been better. Hold on, let me get him his toy. All right, so you're going to hear some outside noise because I opened the door for Bo. He needs to express himself. All right, so what I thought would be fun is, one, I wanted to make sure that I always had backups and different formulas and things that I could try, but also I wanted to, you know, kind of try to buy makeup sometimes. I think one of the things that keeps me from buying makeup is I always feel like I'm going to buy the wrong thing or I get overly stressed. So one of the things that I did put on like a limit is essentially I only want to buy stuff that Broke Me could have afforded. So the reason that this is important is because one of the main reason that, aside from the fact that I'm a terrible person at applying makeup on camera, I figured I could learn that at some point. But a huge reason I was completely uninterested or stopped doing beauty is because I really felt like I didn't have the kind of money to be buying all of the latest, newest, greatest products. And since I didn't have them, it made it difficult to start, especially when I was starting. I was trying to start at like the height of beauty, where beauty had gone fucking nuts. And I could not afford Jeffree Star palettes. I couldn't afford Lorac. I couldn't afford any of that stuff. And so it just became like me sitting there with like, but I feel like the climate's changing and I still love beauty. My name's Audra. I love beauty. But I also wanted to make sure that what I was purchasing was stuff that I could have afforded when I wanted to start a beauty channel. So anytime I make purchases, I'm really trying to make it to the regular, everyday, average person like myself, like me. I am not rich. Please don't get that mistake. But I'm not rich. But I wanted to get stuff where you have things, especially things that you have to replace often, right? So concealer is something you have to replace often. And mascara, those are things, all these things that you have to replace often. I wanted to get affordable options for that because here's the thing. I had the Tarte Shape Tape, and I almost said it wrong, but to be fair, I've had 2 beers. Kerosene, you're not the only one who can't say Tarte Shape Tape. On a fairly empty stomach. Moving on. I was stressed about making this video, and I thought, like, if I had a couple beers, I would feel less awkward about trying to do my beauty shit, and it always stresses me out doing this. So I am stepping out of my comfort zone for 2020. I hope you guys are ready for this ride. There won't always be beers, but this time there was. But I had the Tarte Shape Tape. I loved that. Then the whole like thing exploded with Tarte and their like non-inclusionary shades. That was rough. But the thing it was is, even though I liked it, I did not love the price tag. 20 some odd dollars. I think it was $23. $23 for a concealer. I just had to start looking at that and going, so if I need new concealer every month, it's $23 that I'm going to spend every month on this concealer. I don't always have $23. I wanted to get things that I knew that if I needed it, I could just get it, and it wouldn't be like, oh, let me figure out how to do this. So for today, we're going to try out this first one. This is going to be kind of a long segment. It's probably going to be like me wearing bunches of different outfits and all this kind of stuff, because I'm going to do wear tests and all that kind of super fun jazz. So I think what I'm going to try first is, since I have it in my hand, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Isn't it funny that perfect and perfect are spelled the same? Let's move along. So for all 5 of these concealers, I paid $42 and some change, and that included shipping. I will not allow myself to get sucked into that bullshit ass game where they're like, ooh, you're $5 away from getting free shipping, because my reality is anything that I try to find to make up for that shit, like, I may as well just pay the shipping and be happy. And I would recommend that to you guys. If you're watching your budget, just pay the shipping and be happy. You'll be a lot happier about it, because if you keep trying to fill your cart to like hit that magic point where you're not overpaying but you have the free shipping, it becomes a nightmare. So I got this one in shade Warm Tan. So this one is more, I think, oh, that looks pretty. Okay, all right. So I already have my face on, but I can do my under eyes. So let's see what happens here. When I opened it, I kind of already like the applicator. It looks like it holds quite a bit of product, so it doesn't look like I have to dip in 17 times, but we're about to find out. Oh wow, that's a lot right there. Balls. Okay. You actually do have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Because there is a shit ton of product that picks up. And I'm going to go ahead and get my chin a little bit. I mean, we're playing in the mud, so let's play in the fucking mud, right? Alright, now we're going to use the clean side of this hoe bag. And let's get to work. have to do something about, well, the brightness that has just happened to my face. Although it's kind of pretty, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it when I'm bright. Holy shit balls, man. That is pretty motherfucking intense. Powder. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with this Becca weird ass, aqua water ass fucking powder. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, and I'm gonna go in and try to use this to make me like less yellow. Like, in all seriousness, it is not actually horrible. Like, in the light, I look like a crazy bitch, but like, really? It's actually quite nice. Sweep that. Sweep that. Bitch. Can we have a moment of silence for my pores, please? Because they went on fucking vacation. Look at, okay, so my first impression, and granted, I had all my other makeup on when I slapped this on, which is actually how I'm going to make sure to try each one the first time. Reason being is I find that sometimes, you know, when you're trying a new product and you just like do all this weird shit, I really want my face to be the way that I normally do it, except minus concealer, and then throw the concealer on and see if it throws everything off balance. Initially, I was like, whoa, this is way too yellow and like way too brightening. I'm coming up close so you can kind of really get a look at what's happening here. And let me scooch back. Initially, I was like, this is way too bright for me. I do like to be bright, but this is like, whoo, girl, bright. But when I threw on some powder and did the other things as if kind of I was doing it after the fact, like, okay, so let's talk about the fact that I had fairly dark circles going on here, and I don't have words for it. I don't have words for it. It actually, looks fucking amazing. All right, so let me see it in like my real life. In my real life, it's actually quite lovely. It's very beautiful. It is very, very full coverage. And it is doing a fucking damn good job of covering my wrinkles, my fine lines right there. And it's also doing a really lovely job of hiding that like weird bluishy purple color I have under there. Sorry again about all the noise. But again, my son. I mean, it's, let's find out what this shit's supposed to do, shall we? Okay, so I am liking this so far. I really like it. I'm definitely going to be taking it on a wear test, and we're going to see what happens with this puppy, especially under my working conditions and me wandering around doing all the things I do. You guys, I can't stop staring at myself because, like, it looks great. Like, look. Like, yes, you can still see my fine lines. They're not going to go away. It's not magic, you know what I mean? But, wow. Imagine if I hadn't already had makeup on. So we're going to see that too. We're going to see it. You'll see me in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and read. It has like 4 in like a eat review star. That's what I'm going to call that little tiny bit of the star there. Okay. It is a highly pigmented, full coverage formula that blends seamlessly to fully mask imperfections, hyperpigmentation, and discoloration, which it damn sure did. The Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer by Milani is designed for 12 hours of crease-free, water-resistant wear. Antioxidant-rich formula helps protect skin from environmental damage, and it's paraben-free. It has hyaluronic acid in it, shea butter, olive fruit oil, and polyphenols and cocoa peptides. I want to see these reviews. So far the pros have been great coverage, long-lasting, full coverage, good coverage, and coverage. The cons have been creases, very drying, chemicals, methyl methacrylate, and cakey. I can see where it could be cakey. Here's the thing, that like if you just use it the way that I did, it can definitely be cakey, but oh my god, it feels like fucking butter under there. Moving on. I don't normally do that when, that's like, that feels amazing. Normally when I do that, when I have on concealer and put powder on, it feels gross. This doesn't feel gross at all. Oh my god, I think I may have found a holy grail. But what I was saying, sorry, I got like really excited by touching that. It feels like butter. Okay, moving on to this review. Normally, like what I'm going to tell you is, I showed you at the beginning where it has a lot of product. So you're probably going to want to do some of these maneuvers if you don't want a lot of product, because they set this up to really like make it so you don't have to dip in a second, third, fourth, fifth time to meet all your concealing needs. I actually put on way more than I normally would, which is why like I'm kind of surprised that it's not cakey on my skin. I am actually very surprised that it's not cakey on my skin. I have one that says it's workable, love the product. I do feel like its thickness of the product is unnecessary for the amount of coverage. You still need to color correct with this product and you need to work fast. I didn't feel like I had to work that fast at all, if I'm honest. Somebody said it was orange on my light yellow skin. I'm not sure if it oxidized, but when I apply there's no saving it. It doesn't blend at all. I didn't have that issue. I literally had 0 issues with it blending, so I don't know. Somebody else said looking smooth, hydrates my skin and hides my scars. Yes, bitch, it does. I'm not going to read that because it's a chemical one, and here's my take on chemicals. I actually hold kind of a lot of the same views that Jen Loves Reviews does, and it's not because I like Jen Loves Reviews, it's because she's well researched, and she's right. We hear the word chemicals and we immediately think bad, but water is a chemical. Water. Water is considered a chemical. Oxygen is considered a chemical. So we can't hear the word chemical and immediately like go running and be like, there's chemicals in it. Of course there are. There's chemicals in everything. It just depends on the type of chemicals. As far as I'm concerned so far, I really like this. I'm looking forward to just kind of touching it over and over again. And you guys, it's like I have a baby skin. Like it's... Okay. So what we're going to do with this one is I am going to wear this bad boy for a full week, and I will be letting you know how I feel about this hoe bag. Correction, it will not be a full week. It'll just be through the paces. I have several tests. So when I started this, I had intentions of doing it for a week, and then I realized it's 5 concealers, so it'd be 5 weeks, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through that. So it's tests. Yay! Okay, so that is my first impression of this. First impressions right now is it's kind of phenomenal. I actually wasn't expecting by getting this color that it would look the way that it looks. I really thought it was going to be a little bit too yellow, but I was like, it might be okay. And honestly, like once, look at my skin. No, but honestly, once I put on a little bit of powder and did it more like I would do my makeup, it ended up looking glorious. This looks amazing on my skin, and in real life it does look good. It doesn't look overly yellow. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to take photos, but it doesn't look overly yellow. The coverage is full, girl. The coverage is on. The coverage is like, hey bitch. I'm loving that because, again, I don't know why it's so soft. Like, that's what's fucking me up the most, is it's so soft. And obviously my whole nose is yellow. We're gonna work around that for now. Is that better? Is that a little bit better? But my first impression of it is just that it's like, I don't understand the magic it holds. Even my pores that you can normally see, like right here where I applied it, you cannot see them. You can't see them. Like they legit went on a vacation and it looks like they're not coming back. So that's awesome. And it just feels very smooth. It is a little creasy. It is settling into my fine lines a little bit, but I'm actually not worried. I'm going to tell you right now about my fine lines. I'm not super worried about my fine lines showing. I'm going to say that because at 40 years old, almost, at 40 years old, as I was before I was rudely interrupted, at 40 years old, I'm going to have fine lines. I am not looking to magically erase them. I'm not looking for Botox or anything like that. I'm not looking for that to go. What I'm really looking for is coverage for these dark ass circles. I mean, they're deep purple, they're deep, and I like the coverage that this has. I would, if I had to choose between you seeing that I have fine lines and you seeing my deep, dark ass sacs that live underneath my eyes, I'd rather you see my fine lines than the dark ass sacs, okay? I said sacs now 3 times. But yeah, if I had to choose between the two things that I want, I would choose you not seeing the dark ass sacs every time. I would choose that because that ages me far, far more than the fine lines. The fine lines make it look like I smile a lot. Those dark circles make it look like I never sleep. I do a lot of cocaine, possibly meth, and I don't ever get any sleep. Like I'm just awake doing like Mexican things. So I like this so far, and it feels really nice on. The weight of it is gorgeous on my skin. So what we're gonna do is, this is the first impressions, and then I will be back with letting you know after I've tried it for a week whether or not I would recommend it. Right now, I would say like, yeah, it's not super expensive either. This is my favorite thing about it. I bought this one, excuse me. This one was $8.99. $8.99, which keeps it in that color pop realm, and it keeps it in the realm where broke me could afford it every time I run out. And also my eyebrows are kind of doing something sort of cute today, and I'm very excited about it. Moving on. But yeah, I really, really like this. I will be able to let you know later on down the line if this is something that I would definitely recommend. But but right now I love it, and I will be back to let you know if it's awesome or not. Hi there. In an effort to not have this video taken down, I am just out of the shower. I have on like 2 towels because I don't want anybody to get upset. But test 1 for the Milani is shower. And for those of you that don't know, my shower that I take is hot as fucking balls. So it's pretty Satan's hot in there. I figured since it's not summer in Texas right now, I wanted to be able to simulate that feeling of mugginess and humidity. It passed. It didn't break up. Let me take another peek with you guys. No. It didn't break up or separate. All right, good morning. This is trial number 2 of the Milani concealer. So I have it on. I have strobe cream on today. Otherwise, I did my face the way I normally do. And sorry that there's TV on, but it's morning and I gotta skedaddle. But we're gonna see how it lasts throughout my workday, and then we're also gonna test it in the gym. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so it is now 5:35 p.m., which is roughly a little over 12 hours that I applied the Milani concealer. So I don't know why I'm looking down like a weirdo, but so we're gonna look at this together because I haven't even bothered to take a peek at it at all. Also, I have lighting. So on camera, I think it looks pretty darn good, but in real life, it's nice. It's weird because it's so soft, but it kind of like pushes into the dark circle. It's kind of pushed into it. And it is actually settling a bit into my lines, which again, that is not my main focus, but I don't like how deeply it's settled into them because right now, girl, it looks like roots of trees are underneath my eyes. Okay, quick disclaimer, I think on this one and my JCat one, I did not realize that my endometriosis was really kicking my ass, and it only occurred to me after the fact. So I get deeper wrinkles because, I don't know, endometriosis is fucked up. So I'm not gonna shit on it for that. Moving on. But you know what? I could go out like this. I ain't mad. I could go out right now and have beers, but I'm not gonna because I'm gonna have coffee, she says, thinking that now she might go out for beers. I have really put this through the ringer for the shower. I did another Satan's Ball shower, and this time I tried to simulate as much sweat as I normally get on my face. So I stuck my face really, really close to the heat, and I did not actually see a ton of separation, but we're gonna look. I'm holding this because this is YouTube, and if anything should fall, you would see nothing because I'm flat-chested. All right, so. Okay, girl. What's super interesting is because, so this is good and bad. What's super interesting is because this is waterproof, it is like holding fast, but if you look, you can see where there's definitely a delineation between that and my foundation, right? You can actually see where the foundation was like, bye hoes, and then underneath, like the concealer is still just like hanging on. So I'm gonna try it a different way. I'm actually gonna try, my next test is to try it underneath my foundation to cover, because this is more of a brighter color for me. So this would be more for brightening, and I probably wouldn't use it near as long as I did today, just because I feel like it's kind of drying out. Like it's not drying up this area. This area is fairly dry for me, but it's accentuating the dryness, and it's accentuating what I'm gonna start calling laugh lines, because they call it that on men, and on women it's fine lines. Fuck that double standard. All right, so underneath my, like where my laugh lines are, it's just a little moss. So I am going to try it one other way, and then we'll see what my final verdict is. And sorry you had to see me in a towel. Okay, so I'm checking in. I actually put the concealer, the Milani concealer, underneath my makeup this time to see if that's a little different with how dry it behaves. So let me just move the lights a little bit so that you can really see. Okay, so that's what it looks like now, and I really don't have a lot planned for the day, so I'm gonna have to just like make up stuff to do to help me be like sweaty. And we're not gonna talk about why I'm extra. There's no reasoning behind it. Like, I was putting on makeup just, and then things went kaboom. So, sorry. But we'll be back to see how this looks. It's 12:37 p.m. So we'll check on this later this evening. You know what's really going to see if this works is naps, because I take loads of them. All right, so here we are. This has been through the test, which is me napping. For those of you that don't know, I sleep like a monster. So let's take a peek together and see. It's 7:02 p.m. I think the last time I checked in was like 12:57, so roughly 6 hours. So let's see. Okay, I can safely say I actually like the Milani concealer a lot more underneath my foundation. Also, respect the drip. I mean, like, this highlight is fucking mint, man. It's the Anastasia, it's the ABH Moon Glow, whatever. Okay, I'm done being weirdo. But no, I can safely say I really like it better underneath, and I think it is because the combination of my foundation and the concealer work better when the concealer's underneath the foundation instead of on top of it. I think that it looks better for me, and it's just not emphasizing my fine lines near as much, or as I like to call them, laugh lines. It's not emphasizing my laugh lines near as much, and I like that a lot. And also, my dark circles are a lot more covered. So I really actually like this concealer. So here are my final thoughts on it. I like that in the photos, which I'm probably going to show you here. I also did a photo test, one with flash, one without flash, because we all know with ingredients, sometimes, and I can't remember which one, it starts with a D. Jen Loves Reviews knows what it is. I do not, but it starts with a D, dimethicone, I think is its name. Holy shit, if that's its name, I'm absorbing too much. Anyway, that can cause some flashback, and so I like to make sure before I go out that a concealer doesn't do that, because my gosh, that's embarrassing as fuck when you're all like, and then you just have these like dook underneath your eyes, and it's horrific. So I did take the photos of with flash and without flash, and it didn't give me any kind of flashback or anything like that. And in fact, in photos, I kind of looked a little bit flawless in a lot of ways, where I was like, itch. So if you are an older woman and or you have laugh lines underneath your eyes, personally for me, I would use this one underneath my foundation instead of on top of it. I know a lot of us like to give a little bit of brightening and highlighting. I'm not as much interested in that anymore. Like, it's sort of cute, but there's another part of it that somewhat looks a little bit ridiculous when it's too bright underneath your eye. So I would say definitely use it under, but it's fabulous. It's really, really good. And if you have a drier under eye, which I do, it's much better to put it underneath your foundation instead of on top of it. If you put it on top, if you have dry under eyes anyway, which the skin there for me is quite dry. So I have to put all kinds of stuff on it to just try to keep it like somewhat supple and moist and not looking quite great. So with that being the case, I like it better underneath. I think it did a way better job of it. Both ways it did a great job of covering my under eye circles, but with it being underneath my foundation, I feel like it has a better base and it's easier to deal with, and it's not drying out the area as much. I don't really want to spritz my face all day. I'm not into that. I'm not a reapply my makeup throughout the day bitch. It, like, honestly, when my lipstick's gone, it's gone. Like, I don't keep going. So on that. But yeah, I think it's a really great foundation. I think I may have chosen just a shade too light, so that's on me, but it doesn't matter because I will still try to use it and see if I like the consistency and how it works. A little bit goes a long way with this, so do not get crazy. When you pull it out of the tube, make sure, if you don't want tons of it, that you kind of do a little maneuvering around the edges to remove some of the product and then apply it. Also, that's the other thing that's good though about putting it underneath the foundation instead of on top, is that if you put it under it and you have a little moss, the foundation can help, you know, blend that bitch out. All right, so that is my final verdict on the Milani concealer. I actually really like this. I don't know that I would use it all the time, but it's really, really great for a work day. It actually does last all day. It has lasted through me napping, and I am sweating like a fat, ugly hog that is just waiting for someone to cook it. And I'm sorry if you're vegan and I just ruined your day, but like that's my imagery. Sorry. But yeah, I'm just sweating profusely. I have been sweating profusely. I woke up and like my neck was on fire, like everything. My armpits. Get used to this sweater. You're gonna see it a lot. I'm just gonna throw that out there too, because it is in fact my dog cuddling sweater, and I'm cuddling the dog. So yeah, so I really like this one. I can't wait to see what the other four bring to the table and be able to have a verdict on which one I would like to keep the most and just kind of rank them from there. Let me know if you guys like this. Have you tried this concealer? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want some more of it? Don't ask me why I did that. I'm a strange cat. And let me know if there's anything else. I think I don't know what my next thing is going to be, but I think it's going to be mascara, and so you guys let me know. Keep in mind that my goal here is to try stuff that Broke Me could afford. So I am only looking at products that are not going to break my bank to buy them every time I have to re-up. It's something where it's not going to be a decision. I definitely want it to be something affordable every single time. It's not that I'm lacking money and I'm not rich by any means, but my reality is very much that I want to keep things at a level that I wish I had seen more of when I originally started my beauty channel way back in 2016. So I want to make sure that old me, 2016 me, would be happy to see this, because 2016 me could go out and buy these things and not break their bag, break the wallet, and be like, sad face. these rich people on YouTube. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed my little breakdown of Milani concealer. I really like this though. Look, it's nice. It's nice, girl. Okay, I'm done. Alright, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have not already, subscribe! Hit the notifications bell on your way out, and then that way you know when I have another video out. And by the way, it costs you nothing to do it. Free is free. Yay! Alright guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until the next time I see you guys, I love you. I love each and every one of you. Deuces! Baby Jesus, this is another... You know what, the last time I pulled this sweater off, I swear to God I was wearing this shirt underneath. Alright, I had an out of place hair this whole time. God dang, this stupid shit is like none of my business. I hate to do this again, but now. What's up, Dewey Bitch?